Hi friends, this is Vishnu here and welcome to my channel Tips, Tricks and Concepts by Vishnu. So I hope everyone has known that NEET has been postponed to July 26th and it's just a boon and an opportunity for many students who are dreaming for a medical seat in a reputed government medical college. So let's see a strategy how to crack NEET in this 80 days. So let's deal it in 3 steps. That is, first of all, I will tell how your daily schedule should be, and second, how to approach each of the 3 subjects, physics, chemistry and biology, and third, regarding the importance of exams. Regarding the other study tips and tricks, I will do in my corresponding videos, and so please subscribe my channel to understand various major concepts which you otherwise would find very difficult but can be made very easier by me. So first, the daily schedule. I don't want to give a timetable, a definite timetable that you have to wake up at 6 o'clock and study this subject and this topic from 6:30 to 7:30 and so on. But I will give a generalized plan that will be very comfortable for you, so that you can plan according to your own time limit and your own easiness. So first of all, what I have to tell you importantly is that in each of these 80 days, 6 hours sleep is mandatory. Then half an hour each for breakfast, lunch and dinner, that is 1.5 hours in total, and 2 hours for your recreational activities, that means for your hobbies, entertainment activities and so on. But phone use other than for study purposes must be strictly avoided in this 80 days so that you can reach your goal, that is a medical seat, a government medical seat. So about 10 hours of your day is over, and now about 14 hours left. That should be exclusively used for your studies. And remember that though 80 days are left, you have 90 plus chapters for the NEET to cover in physics, chemistry and biology. So it's not an easy task, but it's possible with proper hard and smart works. So your daily schedule is over. Better you plan for the entire day as an overall timetable rather than putting hours for each topic or each subject. That is, if you put hours for each subject, then you will be in a mindset to rush through the topics. But that's not the right way. You have to be clear and you should understand the topics clearly, and you should be able to do it or practice it. So it's better to have an overall plan. Now, if you plan for a particular week, then take just 6 days, 1 day as grace. That is, most probably if you study according to your timetable also, you may not be able to finish in time, and so that 1 day is the grace day for finishing the pending topics. And even if you finish your topics on time, that is within that 6 days, then you can easily take rest for that 1 day. Now coming to the second step, that is how to approach each of the subjects. First of all, let's take the case of biology alone. That is, regarding biology, you should take only or allot less time than that for physics and chemistry. This is because it's a theory based subject, and others, physics and chemistry, you might have to do more calculations and more problems and so on. So for biology, what you have to do is that read the textbook and study the textbook each word by word correctly. According to me, better don't refer any extra reference books. This is because only about 3 to 4 questions will be outside the textbook in case of biology. So what you have to do is that be clear with each and every word in your textbook, be it in the author's names, that is G.N. Ramachandran, then Francis Crick and so on. And regarding biology, I don't want to give you a table regarding the weightage for each topics, but I will tell it generally because each year it may vary. So first of all, give more importance to human physiology and plant physiology. This is as per the statistics of previous year's question papers. In 2019, 2018, 17, etc., more questions have been come, or more weightage, relatively more weightage from these chapters. That is, from human physiology, plant physiology and also cell, etc. And if you allowed about 3 hours for biology, then that 2 hours should be exclusively used for studying the textbook alone, and the remaining 1 hour for practicing the previous year's questions. And plus if you are doing a coaching in any coaching institute, then please do that material too. Okay, now the next, chemistry. Regarding chemistry, organic chemistry, inorganic and physical chemistry all are equally important. Still a little more importance for physical chemistry, that is numerical based chemistry, like states of matter, structure of atoms, some basic concepts, etc. So give more importance to problems and calculations. So if you allot about 4 hours for chemistry, then if it is a calculation based chapter like structure of atoms, states of matter, etc., take 2 hours for understanding the basic concepts and so on, and then do problems or questions from your reference book, materials, etc. So in short, understanding the concepts or basic concepts is very important before doing the problems. Thirdly, let's go to physics. For physics, if we allot about 5 hours for a particular chapter, then you should allot 1 hour minimum for understanding and revising the basic concepts. Okay, then you practice more problems or more questions. Okay, and make sure that you don't just mug up your explanation. You always understand it and then practice your questions. Now in case of physics, more questions or more weightage has been from mechanics, then modern physics, etc. Also ray optics and wave optics are also very important. And in fact, what I tell as important topics is not the only one they are important. Means please don't skip any chapters or portions in any of the subjects. Another important point to be noted is that please adhere to a single reference book for physics and chemistry. That is, please don't read many textbooks or many reference books. Please adhere to a single objective book and practice all the questions and also learn the concepts from it. Now the third point, that is the exams. Please attempt exams or test papers regularly. If you are studying in a coaching institute, of course they might be conducting exams regularly. So attempt them, and also more importantly, be particular that you understand your mistakes, that is the correct answers to your negatives on the same day, and learn them and self-analyze. And if you are practicing from home, please make sure that you yourself write online mock tests or any other mock test papers from various books, question banks, etc. regularly. This is because it's an important area where we are managing time, and otherwise while practicing questions we are just looking whether we are understanding it or not. So the time management is more importantly studied while writing exams. That's why exams are very much important. So practice various test papers, at least 4 test papers per week regularly. So if you practice all these strategies throughout these 80 days, I'm sure that you will be able to crack NEET, even if you have wasted or even if you have not studied up to this much time. So all the best and see you very soon with my new concept videos. Bye bye.